Cooper Media, in conjunction with the Southern Collegiate Athletic Conference and Flow Sports, presents the 2026 SCAC Softball Championships. Today's opening round, game number 3. It's a winner's bracket game between the number 1 seed, the TLU Bulldogs out of Seguin, Texas, and the University of the Ozarks out of Clarksville, Arkansas, after a victory 5-0 for the Ozarks over homestanding McMurray in our first game of the day. Coming to you live from Edwards Field on the campus of McMurray University in Abilene, Texas. Today's SCAC playoff game is brought to you by UPod Studios. Contact UPod Studios for an unforgettable podcast experience, and by Cooper Media. Cooper Media, we bring you to the game. And as we get set for our third matchup of the day, we get into the winner's bracket as TLU, the number 1 seed, now taking on the 4-5 winner, the Ozarks, out of Clarksville, Arkansas, after their 5-0 victory. Really a stunning victory as they dominated that game over the homestanding McMurray Warhawks. And Larry Cooper along with Victoria Argueta as we get set for this matchup. Have her join me in just a few seconds. We'll take a look at both these teams heading into this third game of the day. Coming up next, St. Thomas, the number 2 seed, will await the Concordia Tornadoes. That'll be our final game coming up at approximately 6:30 for the final game of day number 1 and put the first day of the opening round in the books. We'll take a timeout, come back live here from McMurray University in Abilene. You're watching the SCAC Network on Flow Sports. And back alive here from McMurray University in Abilene, Texas. As we continue on our pregame show, getting set for the number 1 seed, the TLU Bulldogs, joining the action here as they will take on the 5 seed. The upset winners for the Ozark Eagles over the McMurray Warhawks. Larry Cooper along with Victoria Argueto. And as we've seen the first 2 ball games, really a tale of 2 different types of games. Very good pitching in the first game for the Ozarks, picking up the victory over the homestanding McMurray Warhawks, and it was a come-from victory for the Concordia Tornadoes in the previous game over Centenary. Centenary really controlled that game for the first 4 innings, but could not put the game away.
Yeah, I think they definitely had the crowd on the edge of their seats with keeping that game going on for a long run and trying to come in at the last few seconds in the last innings. So we're trying to see what this game looks like, and hopefully we get some exciting plays.
As we look at this ball game, TLU, the prohibitive favorite, coming in as the number 5 overall team in the country, the 1 seed in the SCAC, coming with a 35-4 record. They finished up 27-2 on the season, 1 loss both to St. Thomas and Concordia during regular season conference play. And Coach Wade Wilson's team comes in here. This is a dominating team. Last year, though, it was St. Thomas that pulled the upset in the tournament, picking off the victory, and both teams advancing to the national tournament. It's been St. Thomas and TLU the last 4 years since St. Thomas's program come into existence and qualified for the SCAC tournament, both 4 years ago. And so TLU won it, then St. Thomas, then TLU again. St. Thomas last year over at Southwestern University. And will that form hold true? TLU taking their first step here against the Ozarks. And as we continue on here, we'll take a break, come back, give you the lineups, and get you set for the opening pitch as the coaches meeting at home plate. And we are set to get underway for game number 3 of the day. 4 games today, 5 tomorrow. Then Championship Monday, as we'll push back to Monday for games 10 and 11 for the conference and the potential of our championship. Coming up next, it is TLU taking on the Ozarks as we watch live on Flow Sports and the SCAC Network. Back live here from McMurray University as we get set to get this one underway, and we give you the starting lineups for the Ozark Eagles. Third baseman Cameron Ewer will lead it off. Batting second, Bailey Cowell, the pitcher. In the 3 spot, the center fielder Emma Reynolds. Batting cleanup, the catcher Isabella Halsey. Batting fifth, the left fielder Kendall Lynch. In the 6th spot, the second baseman Lorianne Hughes. Batting seventh, the designated player Sage Adams. Batting for the first baseman Jordan Hodges. Batting 8th, the right fielder, Grace Price. And in the 9th spot will be the shortstop, Brawley Rockfar. Rockfar as the number 9 hitter. Ewer, third base, Cowell pitcher, Reynolds, the center fielder, the top three. Halsey, the catcher. Lynch, the left fielder. Hughes, the second baseman, the middle three. And the bottom three. Adams, the designated player. Price, the right fielder. And Rothkar, the shortstop. TLU will be in their gold jerseys with the black pants, the black lettering, and the white and black trim. And for the Ozarks, they'll continue to wear their camouflage gray. The luck will continue for them, they hope, as they'll wear the camouflage tops with the white numbers, white lettering, and white trim, and the black pants with the purple piping and the white headgear, as we are just about set to get this one underway here live. We'll go a couple of minutes early here at 3:58 p.m. No problem getting the clock started a little bit earlier as home plate umpire puts the ball in play. Rocky Barnhill, and a pitch inside, and catcher on the lead elbow, and a hit batter by Ewer goes to first base.
Definitely an interesting start to the game with this being the first at bat.
Ewer 2 for 3 in the previous game with 2 runs scored. It'll bring up Bailey Cowell, who had the big hit in the ball game. 2 for 4 with a run scored. Cowell, inside out swing, is going to serve it down the right field line. They'll throw to first base. That's going to be in for the out. As Cowell late getting down the first base line. And she is retired 9-3 on the fielder's choice. It'll move the runner down to second base. But the rare put out, and that's where you will see that on the softball diamond.
And that pitch will be a strike, leaving her count 1-1. And that ball is high on the foul side.
Fly ball down the left field line.
Now the count 1-2.
Fouled off right side. Ball foul back and swing and a
An
miss.
aggressive swing. Taking that bat to the back with her. Now up to the plate, number 10, Halsey, the catcher for the Ozarks.
Ball pulled foul first base side or third base side down the line. 2 outs in the inning. Reynolds, a strikeout victim. She had a home run in the first game. Swing and a miss.
And that last pitch being a ball.
1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs. As Halsey, the catcher, trying to get something home here for the Ozarks to try to take an early lead. Swinging a pop-up. Back to the screen and foul. 1-2 the count on the right-handed hitting catcher. Wind and the pitch. Rise pitch up and away from The starter, Kaylee Howard. That pitch grounded. Right side's going to get through for a base hit. They'll hold the runner at third base as Halsey just pushed one out of the second baseman Clark's range.
Now allowing them to be in a position where there's corners and a potential score.
Yeah, to bring up the number 5 hitter, Kendall Lynch, the left fielder. That pitch rises up and away as the catcher, very rare left-handed catcher, Vanette behind the plate. 1 ball and no strikes to Kendall Lynch. She was 2 for 3 with an RBI back in game number 1. That pitch on the inside corner at the belt, 1-1 to count. Our umpires, Rocky Barnhill behind the plate, Mike Kendallberg at first, and Donnie Rundell at third. Pitch pulled, foul, third base side. 1-2 the count.
Okay. That pitch hit a little offside to the foul line on left side. Still the count 1-2 with Ozarks working with 2 outs. Now a 2-2 count. Ball's hit. Little bopper in the center field, allowing a run to score with runners now on first and second. Now the score is sitting at 1-0 for the Ozarks. A good start to the game. Up to the plate, number 16, Lorianne Hughes. Runners at first and second with third open. That ball hit straight to the pitcher with an output of 1-3.
And so the final out of the inning gets out number 3, but the Ozarks played a run for the second consecutive game in the first inning. They take a 1-0 lead on 2 hits with no errors, and they leave a runner on base. RBI single by Lynch gets the first run home of the ball game, scoring Ewer from third base. And we'll come back live as TLU will be coming to the plate back after this. And back live here from McMurray University. TLU leading it off as a trail at 1-0 here in the home half of the first inning, as Kaylee Clark, the second baseman, leading it off for the Bulldogs. That pitch on the outside corner at the belt. 2 balls and 1 strike. Clark, the second baseman, will be Riley Davila, the center fielder, batting second. Taylor Vanette, the catcher, will bat third, doing the inning. As that pitch just off the outside corner, 3-1 the count. The middle 3, Serena Gonzalez, the designated player for the pitcher, Kately Howard. The first baseman, Katie Boyer, will bat fifth, and Ashley McMahon will bat sixth, the right fielder. The bottom 3, the left fielder, Harley Russell. Third baseman, Brianna Jones, and the number 9 hitter will be shortstop Chelsea Swisher. As that pitch catching enough of the plate, you hear a little bit of angst from the TLU fan. Fills the count up at 3-2. Ozarks getting an early lead in this one, trying to pull what would be a monumental upset.
I think definitely being a good advantage for them.
Cloud still filling in overhead as we have gone along. That ball cued down the third base side and in for a base hit. Clark leading it off with a single as Riley Davila will step to the plate. TLU 35-4 on the season, 27-2 in SCAC play as the overall number 1 seed. Finished a game ahead of St. Thomas in the standings. Pitch on the outside corner by Cal. Strike 1. Oh, and 1 count with nobody out. Cal picking up the victory earlier against McMurray with a 5-0 victory. Did a good job scattering 7 hits. As Cal with the line and the pitch. Foul ball, third base side and out of play. Davila, 470 hitter on the season with 63 hits, scored 56 runs, drove home 32 runs on the season. She is going to be on the all-tournament team. That is a tremendous
Very
line.
impressive.
Yeah, tremendous line there for that young lady. That pitch taken wide. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Taylor Vanette, the catcher, waiting on deck. And we haven't even got to Vanette yet, the number she put up this year, leading the conference in RBIs. Also will be an all-tournament or all-conference selection for TLU. And they will have plenty of them on the all-conference squad. Swinging a foul ball back as Davila got just enough of that to keep herself alive. As that pitch slides off the outside corner, evens it up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 more game to go here in day number 1. The University of St. Thomas, the 2 seed, will take on the number 3 seed, the Concordia Tornadoes. They just came off a series last weekend down in Houston. As that pitch off the outside corner, runner on the move, and the throwdown is going to be waylaid as Clark steals the base. For Clark, that is number 75 on the season. That girl runs at will.
Yeah, definitely utilizing her speed right there.
Davila, 38 stolen bases on the season. Everybody else about 20 and under. As that pitch over but low, Clark making a break but does not go. So a hit and a walk and put 2 on with nobody out. And this is the danger zone here for the Ozarks, as it'll be Taylor Vanette, the catcher. Now let's hear some numbers. Vanette on the season, 29 runs scored, 50 hits, 15 doubles,
Wow.
3 home runs, a triple, 59 RBIs, a 459 batting average. There are no weak spots in this lineup.
Not at all, it sounds like.
Had 9 bases on balls against 7 strikeouts on the season. She also had 3 stolen bases. And Clark, the stolen base record holder in NCAA Division III play, as that ball served down the third base line but foul for Vanette. Left-handed hitter against the right-handed starter, Cal. And again, this is a very confident offensive team out here for Coach Wade Wilson. Assisted Kyla Lackey, Ed Zarzabal, James Fuqua, and Scott Smith. That's the pitch. Just off the outside corner, and you can see Cal wanted that call.
Now working with the count of 1-2. TLU with no outs and runners on first and second. Looking to move.
As the pitch by Cal slides off the outside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tried to get Vanette to go fishing, but would not. In fact, moves the count to 2-2. As that pitch grounded back to the pitcher. They'll go to third for 1. Look back across the diamond. Too much distance there on that throw, but they'll get the lead runner on the fielder's choice from 1 to 5. So Vanette will reach. Davila down to second. So that pitch, strike 1. Serena Gonzalez, a designated player, looking at her numbers on the season. 15 runs, 44 hits, 12 doubles, 4 home runs, 43 RBIs, 431 batting average. As that pitch in tight, almost caught her on the lead leg, 1-1. Again, this is a team overall that batted .393 as a team on the season. 409 hits, 335 runs scored, 286 RBIs.
Now coming into this competition, how do you think the other teams feel?
The main thing is pitching. That was what will slow down TLU to a point. The 2 losses they had, they did not score a lot against both St. Thomas and the Concordia Tornadoes. Pitch inside corner, called strike 2, 2-2. Katie Boyer, the first baseman, waiting on deck. And I think every team faces the fact they've got a monumental task facing a daunting team. It's like taking in Division I, you're talking about the Oklahomas, the Texases, the most elite programs in the country as that ball fouled back. The Arizonas in the past, UCLA's. So you look at it and say, okay, this is what we got to do. You got to stick with the game plan. You got to try to pitch well. That's the first and foremost thing.
Right.
But you got to execute.
Yes.
2-2 count with 1 out. Line by Cal in the pitch. Grounded third base side. They'll go to short way for 1. Across the diamond and in time for the double play. And after all that, the Ozarks are going to get out of the inning unscathed, as it will be a double play from 5 unassisted to 3 for the putout, And that will do it for the TLU Bulldogs here in the top half or bottom half of the first inning. No runs, a hit, a runner left on, and we go to the top half of the second. The Ozarks with a 1-0 lead back after this. Back live here from McMurray University, top half of the second inning, and Ozarks obviously escape trouble as a foul ball at the plate off the bat of Sage Adams. RBI single by Kendall Lynch in that top half of the first. Ball popped. Shortstop coming over will make the play. Good job and a good jump by Swisher to get over and make the play look easy.
Mm-hmm. And good communication, too, between shortstop and third.
Well, it was Swisher's play. She saw it the whole way coming off the bat and had a better angle than the third baseman, Jones. So she took charge of it quickly, and as you expect the shortstop to do.
Mm-hmm.
That pitch on the inside corner, but low to the number 8 hitter, Grace Price, the right fielder. She was 0 for 3 in game 1 against McMurray, looking for her first hit of this college series here for the SCAC. Swinging a foul ball at the plate. Jones swinging, or Price swinging late there. A 1-1 count. And we talked about the gaudy numbers there for the TLU Bulldogs. And the one thing is, a couple of defensive plays made there by the Ozarks kept them from giving up a run in that top half, or bottom half of the first.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing in an upset. You've got to have good defense. And defense,
Right.
you've got to have a pitcher that's around the plate, keeps their team focused out in the field. You don't want to have a lot of walks. That's something that can really destroy you when you're playing a very highly seeded team.
Oh, I
Swing and a
agree.
miss.
The team starts to feed off of that energy as well.
For the second strikeout of the ball game for Bailey Cowell. It'll bring up the number 9 hitter. Or for a second strikeout for the pitcher for TLU, Caitlin Howard. We'll look at Howard's numbers on season. That ball line out into right field. They'll throw to first base, but not in time for the base hit. They got the pitcher Cal earlier that way to prevent a hit. Second hit of the ball game, or third hit of the ball game for the Ozarks. On the season, Howard has a ground ball hit slowly to second. They'll go the short way for the out and get it there on the 4-3 put out at first base off the bat of Ewer, and that will do it for the University of the Ozarks Eagles. No runs, a hit, a runner left on base. 1-0 lead for the Ozarks as we're through 1.5. Back after this, you're watching the SCAC Network on Flow Sports. And back live here from McMurray University as we head into the second inning. Ground ball slowly hit. Ball bobbled. That's going to get away, and that's going to be an E2 or E4 on Hughes. And mistakes you can't make. First error of the ball game for the Ozarks. Puts Boyer on at first, and McMahon, the right fielder, stepping to the plate. Ashley McMahon. Junior out of Las Vegas, Nevada. Durango High School. Bunted back to the pitcher. They do not go to second. They had a play probably there if the pitcher turns Cal immediately and looks on the sacrifice. As it'll go 1-3 on the put out.
I think that was a smart decision.
Yeah, you don't want to risk putting a couple of runners on here with the lead. Tying run down at second base for the number 7 hitter, Harley Russell, the left fielder. Russell, senior out of Fort Worth, and you should be familiar with it. Boswell High School, you know her.
Oh,
maybe
yeah,
the family.
Yeah, that's not too far, actually.
Saginaw Boswell High School. No balls and 1 strike with 1 out. When you talk about that west side and southwest side of Fort Worth, a lot of softball being played. Alvarado High School along with Crowley, North Crowley, and
Legacy and Mansfield?
Correct. Mansfield always loaded all the way up and down the district.
Indeed.
Including Centennial.
Mm-hmm.
Swinging a foul ball back. 1-2 to count on Russell. Cal trying to bear down right here. And that's a place where you can mine. The Houston area is great for mining softball talent, also the Austin area. But you can really get a lot of talent in the Fort Worth and Dallas area, especially southwest of Fort Worth. That pitch rides just a little bit up and away, ball 2. Left-handed hitter against the right-handed pitcher. I think there are 3 left-handed hitters in the lineup for TLU. As that ball served left field side. Left fielder over in foul territory and does not come up with the play. That's a catch that has to be made. Yeah, the left fielder had plenty of time, Lynch, to get over there and just did not surround the ball.
Especially with that runner sitting at second and the 1 out. Could have potentially put them at 2 outs now with a way to get the last third out for a quick inning.
So Cal will have to go after the hitter once again. Swinging a foul ball, same situation, but this one farther out of play over the TLU dugout. It'll be the 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up here to Russell. Final game of the day, 6:30 p.m., St. Thomas hosting Concordia. Then tomorrow morning, beginning the day at 10 a.m., we'll go through the elimination bracket. We'll have a pair of those games before we get to the winner's bracket game. Curveball in the dirt. We'll fill it up at 3-2. So we know that the Game 5 is going to include Centenary against the team that loses this game here for an elimination game. Ball fouled off once again, and right now Russell wearing out that left field line. Wearing out that left field line. Now, does that mean she's not getting around the fastball? She's not guessing right on the off-speed pitch, or is she purposely trying to go down that left side?
I think right now it's her tipping it off the bat, but I would
Just wasting pitches.
Yeah, just a little bit. A little late on her swing.
3-2 count once again. Another payoff pitch coming from Cowell to Russell with 1 out. That pitch swing and a miss. I think she took something off a screwball there. Big strikeout for out number 2 of the inning. First strikeout of the ball game for Bailey Cowell. It'll bring up Brianna Jones, the third baseman. Bree Jones, a sophomore out of San Antonio Brennan High School, former Bear. Curveball in there for a strike. Jones, a transfer out of Shriner University in Kerrville, so did not have far to go to get to Seguin, about an hour and a half away. No balls and 1 strike with 2 outs. Cal trying to strand a tying run at third base. That ground ball is going to go foul. If the third baseman comes in maybe a step, I think that's going to be a fair ball. And she has the out easily there. Mm-hmm. She waited back, and the ball sort of played her into foul territory.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, an 0-2 count.
I think that may be why she waited a little bit to see where it would go.
So Jones back up in there from the right side with an 0-2 count. Cowell trying to get out of the inning unscathed. One and the pitch. Rise pitch up and away for ball 1. 5 games tomorrow. As the second game of the day, the elimination game will be McMurray at 12:30, taking on the loser of the St. Thomas Concordia game. Rise pitch once again. They threw down to second as a runner would just barely straight off. 2-2 to count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs as Deuce is wild on the scoreboard.
With the runner at 2.
Ozarks is out, hit TLU 3-1. Line drive's going to drop in for a base hit. They'll hold the runner at third base as the single puts runners on the corner. Second hit of the ball game for Texas Lutheran.
It's seeming like our left side is getting a lot of action for this inning.
Bailey, our Boyer stopping at third base with Jones on at first. We'll see if they put Jones in motion here, as we'll see her numbers coming in to this tournament championship. That pitch, Jones fakes a break, does not go on strike 1. Jones on the season with 17 stolen bases against 4 caught stealing, so she has been very proficient. She's on the move now as they will not throw through. Jones will get her 18th steal of the year. And again, this is going to be a very, very aggressive team for Coach Wade Wilson. Now a base hit would give TLU the lead. Number 9 hitter, Chelsea Swisher, up there with a 1-1 count. Swisher takes a curveball in there for strike 2. Good off-speed pitch by Cowell to get ahead 1-2 in the count.
Now putting it in a tight position with 2 outs and runners now on second and third.
Cal trying to work around the jam here as that rise pitch up and away. And you can see a lot of late life by Cal. She threw about 120 pitches in that opening game. And we talk about these pitchers, they are workhorses. That pitch over but low. Three and two the count now as a payoff pitch coming. Runners not obligated to move here with runners on second and third. Cal looking for a big out number 3 here. TLU looking for a clutch hit. Swinging a ground ball. Third baseman from their knees. The throw is not in time. The hesitation kept her from getting out. It would have been a spectacular play at third by Ewer, but for some reason she
hesitated.
looked and hesitated, and that cost her the out.
And then especially her being already on the ground, it was kind of hard for her to pop back up and try to see where she would be able to throw it to.
They are going to call that a hit on the infield. It will drive home a run. Jones will go to third, and Swisher with an RBI single that very easily could have been as a runner on the move down to second. That'll be a stolen base for Swisher. So an infield hit and a stolen base. And that is the third hit of the ball game for TLU to tie us up at 1-1. Pitch in the dirt. Good stop of it by the catcher, Halsey, as Clark up there with a base hit her first time up. She's 1 for 1. Clark with a 1-1 count. Talk about Clark's numbers on the season. .489 batting average, which improved with that base hit. Pitch just a little bit up at the letters. 2-1 the count. Clark's numbers on the season: 56 runs, 63 hits, 7 doubles, 4 triples. Did not have a home run, 32 RBIs. And she had 38 stolen bases against 2 caught. Ground ball to short. They'll throw it across the diamond just in time to get the out, and that will do it for the TLU Bulldogs. But they played a run on 2 hits. They leave 2 runners on base, and we are tied 1-1 after 2 complete here from McMurray University. And back live here from McMurray University. And the ball popped up in the air on the right side, and the second baseman able to make the play for the putout. Ranging over was Clark for the out. Ball fouled back to the screen as they get Cal, the pitcher, for out number 1. Emma Reynolds, who homered in game number 1 against McMurray to right field. Hit it well out of here, about 230 feet away. Ball fouled off once again as you can see Howard trying to go after hitters a lot more forcefully here in the last inning plus. 0-2 count quickly on the left-hander Reynolds.
I think now that momentum's going with them getting a run on the board, too.
As the fastball tails away, tried to get Reynolds fishing there, but did not go after the pitch. 1-2 count with 1 out. Swinging a foul ball back, just protecting the plate there was Reynolds. Will hold the count at 1-2. Ground ball, second base side, ranging over Clark. The underhand toss to Boyer for the 4-3 put out. Clark did a good job getting over quickly and made that play easier than it was. 2 outs now, nobody on in this 1-1 tie. It'll bring up the cleanup batter, Isabella Halsey. Halsey in game number 1 was 1 for 4 with a run and an RBI. All-speed pitch stays a little bit up above the letters. 1-0. Halsey a .368 batting average on the season with 35 RBIs, 24 runs, 43 hits, 5 home runs to lead the way for the Ozarks. Pitch in tight for ball 2. So Halsey looking for something to drive here with 2 away. The outfield playing straight away and somewhat shallow. Ball cued, first base side. No problem for Boyer. She'll take it to the bag for the 3 unassisted put out, and that will do it for the Ozarks here in the top half of the 3rd inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody on base, left on base. We are 1-1 after 2.5, back after this timeout on the SCAC Network on Flow Sports. Back alive here from McMurray University in Abilene, Texas. We are in game number 3 of day 1. Washed out yesterday for the 4 games. So picking it up here on Saturday afternoon as that pitch slides off the outside corner from Cal to Riley Davila. 1 ball and no strikes. Davila walked, was stranded at second her first time up. Swinging a ground ball, shortstop side. Shortstop up quickly with it. And the throw over by Rothkar over to Hodges, out number 1. 6-3 on the putout will bring up the catcher, Taylor Vanette. Vanette grounded into the fielder's choice. Back in the first inning, 0 for 1. That changeup over but low. 1 ball and no strikes. Run in the first for the Ozarks, a run in the second for TLU. Each team has 3 hits. The Ozarks has committed the only error of the game. Swinging a ground ball through the hole on the right side.
It's a nice clean hit.
That'll be the 4th hit of the ball game for TLU. Now putting the go-ahead run on at first, and we'll see the numbers on Vanette. Even the catcher with good stolen base numbers. Vanette as that ball fouled back to the screen. By Gonzalez. Vanette with 3 stolen bases, have been caught twice. Her percentage a little bit lower as the ball popped first base side, but over the Ozarks dugout, foul and out of play. 0-2 the count on Serena Gonzalez, the designated player, batting for the pitcher, Kate Lee Howard. Gonzalez, a senior out of Corpus Christi, Texas, Foy H. Moody High School, a former Trojan. Ball popped up off the screen. It will hold the count at 0-2. Cal trying to work around the one-out hit. A pitch just off the corner.
Now this game looking a little different with the sun peeking out more.
I've had a little bit of cloud cover that has stayed over the Edwards Field facility here in the campus of McMurray. Curveball stays up, ball 2, 2-2 the count. So Gonzalez, after falling behind 0-2, has worked the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Third game of the day. Swinging a foul ball back. First baseman gives it a look. Hodges has no play left. Count holding at 2-2. St. Thomas coming up against Concordia in the nightcap, set for a 6:30 start time. All the games have gone pretty cleanly and in that 2.5-hour window with no problem. Cal with the one, and the 2-2 pitch popped up. Center fielder ranging over. Now will range back a little bit as the wind carries it a little bit more toward deeper left center field. But no problem there getting under it by Reynolds.
And she tracked it very well.
Looked like she may have struggled with it up in the air, but that's one of the higher fly balls we've seen hit so far. But no problem with the high sky here. Katie Boyer, the first baseman, stepping to the plate. She reached on the E4, eventually came around to score run number 1 for TLU, which is an unearned run. That pitch did not miss by much. I think the umpire said high, and you can see Cal not happy with the call. She was demonstrative about it, and she's asking inside, outside, up, down, where wasn't it? Over but low for ball 2 to Boyer. Boyer coming in, 342 on the season, 15 runs, 38 hits, 5 home runs leading the way for TLU, 2 triples, 3 doubles, 30 RBIs. Just the numbers are staggering from this offense for the Bulldogs. That ball line in center field, dive, and the catch can't be made. This will score the go-ahead run. It was a do-or-die play for the center fielder Reynolds, and she could not come up with it on the triple and the RBI off the bat of Boyer.
And that was a very impressive play.
Tried to make the shoestring catch, gave it everything she had, but came up short as it scores from that from first base. So a run in back-to-back innings for TLU as they've taken a 2-1 lead. Faked a bunt, then the swing away there for Ashley McMahon. Down in the count 0-1. So it's death by paper cuts here if you're the Ozarks Eagles. A play that could be made, but it was going to be a tough play for Reynolds coming into the infield.
I think a tough play in general when you try to make that dive catch. You have the odds of either catching it or
it's all or nothing.
Planting on the floor.
It was her against the world there. She had to make the play or it was going to be a run automatically.
Right.
With the runner moving with 2 outs. 0-2 count on the strike call against McMahon. Swing and serving that out. Sort of a half swing, tries to run up a little bit on it, almost like a slap hitter, but not quite to that extreme.
Yeah, it seems like she's trying to just lay it down on the left side.
Trying to push it past the third baseman who has drawn in about 10 feet inside the bag, about 45, 50 feet away.
And my guess would be she's trying to get in between that shortstop and second base.
And the second shortstop is in the baseline, coming up a little bit. Pitch rides up and away as the catcher loses control of it, but does not allow the runner to try to come home. 1-2 the count on McMahon, who had to sacrifice her first time up. No official plate appearance. Line drive. She serves it down the left field line, but foul. You can see she was going that way.
I think that'd be a safe hit to make, that run, letting her get to first and the run coming in from third.
1-2 the count with 2 outs. Ground ball back to the pitcher. No problem for Cal. She'll get it over to first base for the putout, and that will take care of the bottom half of the third. But the TLU Bulldogs, a triple to bring home a run by Boyer. And they take a 2-1 lead over the Ozarks as we play here into the top half of the fourth inning. From McMurray University in Abilene, back after this timeout. And back live here from McMurray University as we play in the top half of the fourth inning. The Ozarks trailing for the first time, 2-1 to the TLU Bulldogs. Pitch on the inside corner, 1-1 the count to Kendall Lynch leading it off. Ball grounded. Shortstop side, up with the throw. Strong arm by Swisher over to Boyer for out number 1.
To put out 6-3.
So 1 out in the inning. As it'll bring up Lorianne Hughes to second baseman. One ball and no strikes. Even the count up at 1-1 against Hughes. 2-seed St. Thomas, the 3-seed Concordia waiting in the wings as the ball popped. Third base side, no problem coming over in foul territory for Jones.
Concordia coach running a little bit close to home plate to try to get out the way too.
2 outs in the inning, and as we play here in inning number 4, it'll bring up Sage Adams, a designated player for Jordan Hodges. She'll hit that one hard, third base side, but the dive attempt by Russell in foul territory can't come up with it. And
I think that attempt was a little late.
We've seen a lot of near misses down that left field side
Mm-hmm.
today, not only with hits, but defensive attempts.
Yeah, I think the left side is definitely seeing a lot of action today from all teams across the day so far.
Adams with the swing. First base side. Right fielder coming over, but no play for McMahon. Adams 1 for 4 on the day. Popped out to the shortstop earlier. That pitch missing just a little bit up, 1-2 the count. Grace Price, the right fielder, waiting on deck. Wind and the pitch. Rides up and away. Catcher Vanette tried to frame it, but that ball was up.
Yeah, I think a little up and off.
2-2 the count. Swinging a line drive. Adams got a pitch
There's
to
that left
hit.
side again.
Got it inside and tight there, well in enough to cause it to be foul off the bat. Count holding at 2-2. The pitch popped up by Adams, once again over the screen and out of play. And we have seen some long at-bats during the first 3 games today.
I'd say in these close games, batters trying to make smart decisions and also just trying to put the ball in play.
The pitch line once again third base side, but foul and out of play. It'll be the 8th pitch of this at bat to Adams. And a pitch, softly lined, center fielder coming in will make the play. Good jump by Davila to get on a horse to come get that one. 2 outs now. In fact, that's the final out of the inning. That will do it. 1-2-3 inning for the Ozarks as they go 3 up, 3 down, and we go to the bottom half of the 4th inning here as TLU will come to the plate with a 2-1 lead back after this. And back alive here from Edwards Field on the campus of McMurray University in Abilene, Texas. Bottom half of the 4th inning, TLU trying to add to a 2-1 lead as the ball carrying to center field. It's going to be over the center fielder's head. Magellan route to try to get there, and the center fielder got turned around twice as Reynolds. Second time she's not been able to play a ball cleanly out there in the outfield as it carried about 210 feet away off the bat of Russell to lead off the inning for a double. It is the second extra base hit of the ball game for TLU.
And I think those hits are just being over-anticipated out there.
It'll bring up Jones, the third baseman. Had a hit her first time up.
With a big lead off from second.
Yeah, with the wheel play on there, the shortstop had vacated to the bag, and the runner at second was about 3/4 of the way down the line. Not enough of a jump to get a steal there, but as Jones, a 1-0 count. Pitch grounded, shortstop side. They'll go the short way for the tag and safe.
Wow.
As the runner got around the play, it was going to be a bang-bang play anyway, and it will turn into a fielder's choice, allowing Jones to reach first base.
Now, I think the better decision would have been to go straight to the bag instead of go down for the tag.
They're going to call that a hit. That is not the proper call there. As we'll come back live as a meeting in the circle right now. We'll come back after this on Flow Sports. Coach David Kuhn out to talk to his pitcher and infielder enters in this situation. It's a big, critical part of this ball game as TLU with runners on corner. You expect Jones to be on the move from first base right here, and we'll see if TLU tries to put more pressure on the Ozarks defense.
Oh, I think so. With the runner at third and them knowing that Jones steals, and there she goes right to second.
That was a no-doubter there
right.
As they'll put her in motion as Wade Wilson, one of the most aggressive coaches you're going to see.
I think aggressive in a great way.
Second stolen base for Jones in the ball game. As a number 9 hitter, Chelsea Swisher, a 1-0 count. TLU with 2 in scoring position with nobody out. A chance to really build the lead here. Short grounder. They'll go to first base for the out. That will score the run. An RBI for Swisher. As it plates Russell from third base on the fielder's choice. 4-3 on the put out. It'll move the runner Jones to third base with 1 out. And we'll see how Kaylee Clark, the leadoff hitter, handles this situation with the infield pretty much in all the way around. They will go for
I wouldn't be surprised if they call.
They'll go for the off the plate.
Yeah.
Pitch rides up and away for ball 1. Clark in the ball game. A base hit, stolen base back in the first, was was put out on the fielder's choice at third. Ground ball off the foot of Clark. 1-1 the count. As they hit her still in the batter's box.
I think this is a great scenario and setup for TLU. Only having 1 out and you having a runner on third ready to score, especially with her being able to utilize her speed.
As the wind by Cal in the pitch. Over but low, 2-1 the count. You see that the Ozarks scoring the first run of the game back in the first. It's been single markers in the second, third, and fourth now for TLU to take a 3-1 lead and a chance to really open this one up here. As that pitch catches the outside corner, strike 2.
And fans not agreeing with that call.
But it was a good pitch. It caught the outside corner as it was coming across the front of the plate. Not where the catcher catches it. It's where it crosses the 2-2 count with 1 out. As that ball just misses as the catcher Halsey tried to frame that pitch for her pitcher, Cowell. It'll fill the count up 3-2. So a payoff pitch coming with one out here for Kaylee Clark. Has the wind and the pitch. Swinging a ground ball. Served. Left-hand side. The throw is not going to be in time. Speed of Clark beat that one out. Once it got to the right hand of the shortstop, it was going to be a tough play. Anyway.
She did a check right there to third and was trying to see what the best call would be to make.
7th hit of the ball game for the TLU Bulldogs. Puts runners on the corners, and there's no doubt Clark's going to be on the move here. Just a matter when she goes, as she'll take off on the first pitch. They will not throw down. She's trying to draw. She's walking in the second trying to draw the throw, and they're not going to. So Clark gets the stolen base, her second of the ball game.
Which I think that hesitation may be a good call, considering if she throws it, that could lead Jones to come into home.
A 1 count. Pitch off the outside corner. 1-1 now the count to Riley Davila. Walk and a ground out to short. She is 0 for 1 in this one. Left-handed hitter against the right-handed starter, Cal, who is basically on the ropes right now. Ground ball back to Cal. Nice job fielding it. She'll throw back to third and not in time. Another runner at third able to dive back in as Jones able to beat the wrap there. Will load the bases up. So a fielder's choice will allow Davila to reach. And now Taylor Vanette, the most dangerous hitter in the TLU lineup, up with the bases loaded and 1 out.
With the best scenario possible. Having bases loaded.
TLU a 3-1 lead as they've already plated a run in the inning. Vanette takes a pitch away. No place to put Vanette.
And sitting out 1 out too.
One ball, no strikes. Left-handed hitter against the right-hander starter, Cal, who is in serious danger in this one right now. This ball game could get away from the Ozarks very quickly here. Ball softly popped. First baseman over, but has no play left. Too far for the right fielder. Price to chase in. Hodges the only one to get there, but she could not get it from her first base position. 1-1 the count. Ground ball, third base side. They'll come to the plate for 1. Will not have a play back to first base. Big out there for the Ozarks. That's the fielder's choice. Coming to the plate. 5-2 on the putout as the runners will move up 60 feet. Now a chance to get out of the inning with minimal damage for Cal. Pitch right across there for strike 1. This would be a huge pick-me-up here for the Ozarks, limiting the damage to a single run. 7th batter to bat in the inning, Serena Gonzalez. Grounded into a double play, flied out to center. Curveball over but low. Cal wanted that call, did not get it.
Yeah, I think also Gonzalez being the designated player, there's some high expectations, especially with it being bases loaded.
No place to put Gonzalez with 2 outs. Over but low, ball 2. And for Cal, you do not want to rock a run home here after your work to try to get out of this inning.
Yeah, sitting at 2 outs too, it's like it's almost right there.
2-1 count. That ball lined to third base and the out. Secured by Ewer as it was hit hard, but right at the third baseman. But a run home on 2 hits. The base is left loaded by TLU. A 3-1 lead as we go to the our top half of the 5th. Here from McMurray back after this. Back live here from McMurray University as we play into the top half of the 5th inning, and the Ozarks with the early lead, but it has been all TLU since that point as they have played a run in the second, third, and 4th innings pop up. Shortstop ranging over toward the bag. No problem there. 1 pitch, 1 out off the bat of Grace Price. And now you begin to feel the pressure beginning to mount on the Ozarks.
Starting off this game with the first run, and now in a position where they're down 2.
Still plenty of game left here, but the Ozarks got to find a way to find some offense. They have retired now 8 in a row for the pitcher, Kaylee Howard. Swinging a foul ball back. 0-2 the count quickly on the number 9 hitter, Bradley Rothkar. Rothkar, a freshman out of Barling, Arkansas, Greenwood High School. Some umbrellas out, but not for the reason we've had in the last couple of days, is a swing and a miss. Second strikeout of the ball game, or third strikeout of the ball game for Howard. 2 outs now, nobody on. As top of the order, Cameron Ewer will step to the plate.
TLU looking to jump the gun to get back on the plate to get some more hits.
1 ball and no strikes to Ewer. 2 for 3 in the victory over McMurray earlier. She was hit by a pitch and eventually scored the only run for the Ozarks. Pops it out to short. Going out a couple of steps onto the grass. Swisher will secure the final out of the inning, and that will do it for the University of the Ozarks. As we'll come back live here. 3 up, 3 down, and 10 in a row retired by the starter Howard. 3-1 lead for TLU on the SCAC Network and Flow Sports. Back live here from McMurray University. A pitch on the outside corner to the leadoff batter, Katie Boyer, the first baseman. Boyer reached on the E4, scored, tripled home a run in the third inning to give the lead to TLU. 1 for 2 in the ball game. Right-handed hitter against the right-handed Bailey Cowell. Pitch rides away for ball 1, 1-1. And right now, Cowell's job just keep TLU right where they're at and give her team a chance to try to get back into this game in the final 6 outs that they have.
I think she's definitely put an impressive show on for today's games. Pitching both games.
And
so
she has
far
been the workhorse for the Ozarks in 2026. Junior out of Lamar, Arkansas High School. That pitch right on the inside corner at the knees, 2-2. Umpires had, I think, a generous strike zone on the inside half of the plate. He has been a little bit tighter toward the outside.
Outside, yeah.
2-2 count with nobody out. Pitch popped up. Into the gap. It's going to drop in there as the wind blowing that way now. Pushes it away from the center fielder. That ball held up long enough. You thought the center fielder would chase it down, but that was not the case.
I think there was some communication between the center and right fielder, too.
8th hit of the ball game for TLU. They have out-hit the Ozarks 8-3 and outscored them 3-1. And now, with nobody out, a chance to get a pinch runner in here for Coach Wade Wilson. That ball carried out to the wall and just kept moving away from the center fielder. As the pinch runner will be Gabby Orozco. She is a junior out of San Antonio Holmes High School.
I think TLU will definitely use that to their advantage with no outs, too.
So Orozco, the pinch runner. Obviously good speed coming in off the bench. Bunt laid down to the pitcher. Sacrifice will be good as the throw to the second baseman covering. As the sacrifice will go 1-4 on the putout. It'll move Orozco to third base with 1 out and bring up the number 7 hitter, Harley Russell. Left fielder in the ball game, a strikeout and a double, scored a run back in inning number 4. Ball popped up. That's going to be deep enough to score the run. The left fielder will go back to chase it down, but no problem coming home for third for Orozco, the pinch runner. And she will score run number 4 for TLU. So it'll be a sacrifice fly. Good job getting the jump there by Lynch to get back on the play, but she did not have anything coming back toward the plate. 2 outs now in the inning with nobody on, but another run in consecutive innings for TLU as the changeup over but low in the dirt. Run in the first for Ozarks. 4 consecutive scoring innings in the second, third, fourth, and now 5th. For TLU. As Brianna Jones takes a pitch inside for ball 2. Jones a hit, a stolen base. Grounded into a fielder's choice and had a stolen base. Right-handed hitter up there with 2 away in the inning. That pitch right across the heart of the plate, strike 1. That pitch just off the corner to Jones. 3-1 the count. 6 more outs remaining for the Ozarks, and the hill continues to get tougher to climb. That pitch in tight on Jones. She'll take the walk, and obviously she'll probably be on the move at first base.
Yeah, expected to steal her third base of the game.
That would be correct, as that is the second walk issued in the ball game by Bailey Cowell. Once again, this team on the ropes here as they're threatening to give up the grand slam threshold. Ground ball, shortstop side. Throw across the diamond in time, and that will do it. Good job there getting over by Rothkar to get it over to Hodges for the out. And for TLU, they'll get a run on a hit. They'll leave a runner on base. They extend the lead out to 4-1 here from McMurray University as we play into the top half of the sixth inning. Time running out on the Ozarks. Back after this. And back alive here from McMurray University. We play into the top half of the sixth inning, and time running out on the Ozarks here. They have the 2, 3, and 4 hitters. They need to make something happen in this part of the order here. Cal, Reynolds, and Halsey do. Cal so far 0 for 2 in the ball game. She is 2 for 6 on the day. Curveball popped up back to the screen. A wasted swing there for Cal just to try to get a piece of that one. That pitch pop, first base side, Cal. Now swing and a miss. It tied up Cal. Yeah, she was trying to defend herself there as that ball was boring in on her, but comes up empty on the swing. Fourth strikeout of the ball game for the starter, Kaylee Howard. And the impressive numbers continue for her as that ball popped off the right side or left side by Reynolds. Twelve in a row retired by Howard. Swinging a foul ball back. Not a good swing there, getting down 0-2 for Emma Reynolds, the center fielder.
I think she's really trying to go for that outside pitch. These past 2 ones that has been thrown at her.
And Howard done a great job getting ahead of hitters. She'll waste one away there for ball 1. Nobody on, 1 out. Outs dwindling down here for the Ozarks. They're down to 5 in this game, swinging a foul ball back. Pretty good cut of the pitch on the outside corner. You see the left fielder playing really tight to the line. They did not expect these Ozark hitters to get around on Howard's fastball.
I think that first game that they played today set them up really well.
1-2 count with 1 out. Swinging a line drive back up the middle. That almost took
Pretty
Howard
hit.
with it. She got a pitch up to drive, and she took care of it. We saw her hit the home run in game number 1, and she probably hit that ball just as hard as the home run ball, but kept it in the park.
Yeah, that one had some speed on it, with the pitcher from TLU having to jerk back a bit.
That broke up the 12 in a row, retired by Howard, and now brings Isabel Halsey to the plate. They want to try to get another runner on so one swing of the bat could tie this game up. Halsey does not offer at a pitch up for ball one. Curveball, line to shortstop. This is going to turn into a double play and end the inning. The runner on the move, Reynolds, caught off the bag. It'll be a 6-3 double play on the line out, and that will do it for the Ozarks. They get a hit. Do not strand anybody. And as we go to the home half of the sixth, TLU looking for insurance here in this third game of the SCAC Championships. You're watching live the SCAC Network on Flow Sports. Back after this. Back live here from McMurray University in Abilene, Texas. Bottom half of the sixth inning as TLU trying to add to a 4-1 lead. Ozarks had the early lead, 1-0 from the second inning on. A run in the second, run in the third, run in the fourth, and a run in the fifth for TLU to have this 4-1 lead.
Looking to get another in the sixth.
Has a bunt, third base side, and third baseman bobbled and hesitated again. It'll be an infield hit. But again, the third baseman not able to make that play.
And with number 7 being known to have the highest stolen bases, I think she's a threat on the base path for sure.
As swing and a miss, as the throw down's not going to be there. Davila just a courtesy swing to go down strike one. 9 hits in the ball game now for TLU, trying to pick up their 36th win of the year against 4 losses.
Oh, and the umpire is actually calling
She may have
out.
Interfered with the, it may have been the batter that interfered there on the throw. That's what it was.
Yeah.
So the out called on the batter's interference, swinging late, got in the way of the catcher on Davila. So the runner out at second base, 2 unassisted on the putout. 1-1 count on Davila now. In fact, it should be 0-2. Umpires got the count wrong.
Yeah.
Because there was clearly a swing and a miss on the first pitch.
That caused Clark to go to second.
Has a curveball in there, but not called a strike. That should be a 1-2 count now. Umpire calling it a 2-1 count. We'll check with the score up here in just a few minutes to clarify that. Davila batting with 1 out. Swinging a line drive to left. Out number 2. Good job sizing that up by Lynch in left field. Nobody on 2 away now for TLU as the catcher Taylor Vanette will step to the plate. Vanette with a hit to drive home a run back in the third inning. Also scored, or a hit to score ahead of the triple by Boyer. 1 for 3 in the ball game. 1 ball and no strikes to the left-handed hitting catcher, and she is a left-handed throwing catcher. One of the rarities. Ball 2 away. That pitch rides up, ball 3. She has not been close on these pitches. To the number 3 hitter, Vanette, with Gonzalez, the designated player, waiting on deck.
Yeah, I think we saw her pitching changes whenever they played McMurray and she had those left-handed batters to
Swinging a
throw
line
at.
drive to the left fielder over, can't make the play. She'll dig it up on a hop there as Vanette goes the other way. How big is that? Caught stealing and batter's interference on Clark. 10th hit of the ball game for the TLU Bulldogs. And looks like we're going to have a pinch runner at first base for the catcher, Vanette. Looks like it's going to be number 28, Kayla Ramirez, a senior out of Kingsville, Texas. So 2 outs with a runner on first. Expect Ramirez to possibly be on the move here as they continue to put pressure on the Ozarks defense. And she fakes a break, does not go on ball 1. And that getting that green light on the 3-0 pitch to get that base hit to left field. Has a pitch line over shortstop and in for a base hit. The center fielder will cut it off, bring it back to the infield. Nice throw, but gets away as the runner will get to third base. As Ramirez speeding around second to third on the single. 11 hits now for TLU.
Gonzalez doing her part, moving the runner.
So Gonzalez will look at her numbers on the year. I don't think she is a big threat to go. And in fact, they'll have a pinch runner for her. That will change that decision. As Gonzalez. As Michelle.
Torobla.
Go ahead and give it. Been waiting for that today. Tarabla coming in.
It's pretty fun last name to say.
So Tarabla on at first and on the corners, does not move on the first pitch. As it's in there for a strike to Boyer, I'm sorry.
But see, what I've noticed now is I think this setup for TLU, having runners on the corners, has been a good advantage for them.
Pitch over but low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Still 2 outs in the inning and a chance to pitch out of this damage or the inning. In fact, we have a pinch hitter here for Boyer. This is number 32, and new number in there is Jordan Joy. She'll see her first plate appearance, taking strike number 2. Or it is, in fact, it is Boyer. As she was pinch run 4, she did not get pulled out of the lineup. 1-2 count. Right-handed hitter against the right-handed starter, Bailey Cowell.
Number 15, Michelle, advancing on a stolen base to second.
Yeah, really would be indifference in baseball. They don't have that in softball.
I think it'd be very interesting if that was more seen in baseball.
2-2 count here with 2 outs. As that ball grounded to short. To pick up the throw in the air now to first base is going to play to pair for TLU with 2 away. It'll be a fielder's choice that scores Vanette. It'll be an errant throw by the shortstop to E6 to plate the run. And on the fielder's choice, E6, it'll move the runner down to second base. No RBI on it with 2 outs.
And I think there was some hesitation with that throw, too. And it looks like TLU's putting up yet another change on the field with trying to see now number 37 coming up to pinch hit, Natalie Pacheco.
So it looks like we'll have a pinch hitter here now for McMahon, number 37. That'll be Natalie Pacheco. Takes a strike. As TLU
riding out this 2-out rally.
The air opening this one up. 6-1 lead, a 5-run advantage for TLU. As that ball fouled back by Pacheco, 0-2. They are still not in the area of trying to get a run roll victory, but now in control of this one. First time they scored 2 runs in an inning in this ball game.
Now making their lead 5 over Ozarks.
And this offense just continuing to put pressure on as that ball over the inside corner, and the catcher catches it in the strike zone. I think that's the question that Halsey has. She didn't move her glove out of strike zone, and
I think the ump actually called it on the elbow.
And I think that's what I'm saying, but leaning over the plate, and I think that's the question that I think that David Kuhn has right here of the home plate umpire. She sort of threw her arm into the bat, or the batter's area, and the strike zone, but the call will stand. So it'll be a hit batter on the 0-2 pitch. Now this is a run roll situation, as we have a pinch hitter here for TLU. And it will be number 3. Or in fact, Russell batting for herself. 1 ball and no strikes. Should she get a hold of one, that would end this game in run roll fashion. Swinging a foul ball. Third base side. Third baseman giving a look, but on top of the TLU dugout.
And I believe we had number 11 come back onto the field to be the pinch runner. Ashley McMahon checking back into the game, so she'll run for herself for Pacheco, the pinch hitter. Reinserted back in, swinging a foul ball back. A little bit late on the swing there, and an 0-2 count on Russell. Two outs in the inning, all the damage done here, the 2 runs. And again, that pitch misses away, an opportunity to get out of the inning with limited damage, even though it's a couple of runs given up by Bailey Cowell. 1-2 count, or 2-2 count now. But losing Pacheco on the 0-2 hit batter was really tough for the Ozarks. Swinging a ground ball back. Cowell will fielder position, throw it to first base for the fielder's choice 1-3 put out. But the damage done as a couple of hits and an error, a big one, plates a run. 6-1 lead for TLU as we head to the last chance for the Ozarks. Top half of the 7th inning coming. You're watching the SCAC Network on Flow Sports.
Back live here from
Oh.
McMurray University as that pitch rides up and away for ball one. We go to the final chance here, top half of the seventh inning for the Ozarks, trailing it 6-1. They have struggled with their offense since the opening part of this game. Pitch rides up and in, and they need base runners to keep this game going, down by 5. It'll be Kendall Lynch, Lorianne Hughes, and Sage Adams do. Coach see some pinch hitters here for the Ozarks as they will return tomorrow in an elimination bracket game. As that curveball in there for strike one, 1-1. Ball grounded, third base side, hugs the line but goes foul about 55 feet down the line. 1-2 the count.
Maybe 58.
UST waiting. Concordia, the 3 seed with the victory over Centenary earlier. Moving into that winner's bracket game for swing and a miss, and the throw down to first base in time for the 2-3 put out. Out number 1 here in the 7th as it'll bring Lorianne Hughes spot to the plate, but she'll be pinch hit for by Des Soto, the senior out of Forney, Texas. First time we have seen Soto. In this series. Did not bat in the earlier game, the 5-0 victory for the Ozarks over McMurray. Curveball in there for strike one, and it seems like Howard has gotten stronger as this game has gone along.
I'd agree.
A 1 pitch, tight on the knees, 1-1 the count. Adams, the designated player, waiting on deck. Pitch fouled off the end of the bat. I almost got smoked in the on deck circle. 1-2 the count.
I think the eagerness of not having batted in this last game and waiting until the 7th inning is
being a little bit anxious.
Yeah.
Pitch just off the corner as the catcher Vanette tried to frame it. 2-2 the count with 1 out. Ground ball over the pitcher. Shortstop will come in and chase it. Had time with the slower runner running Soto for the 6-3 put out. 2 outs now with nobody on, and last chance for the Ozark Eagles to keep this game going for Sage Adams.
And I think now the goal for TLU, though, is to just end the inning and get right at bat again.
Top half of the 7th inning as that pitch over the inside corner, but low, ball 1. Two outs now, last chance here as Adams, a 1-0 count. Curveball grounded back up the middle slowly. The shortstop will glide over to throw in time, and that will do it. 6-3 on the put out there. And the 7th inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. A 6-1 victory for the TLU Bulldogs. We'll come back and give you the final totals back after this timeout on Flow Sports for the SCAC Network. And back live here from McMurray University. We have gone final in game number 3 of the day, our first winner's bracket game. And it was the Texas Lutheran Bulldogs winning it 6-1 over the Ozark Eagles. 11 runs for TLU, 4 for Ozarks, And the Eagles are the only 2 errors of the ball game. 10 runners left on base for TLU and 2 for the University of the Ozarks. Winning pitcher, Kaylee Howard, as she picks up her first victory of the 2026 tournament. Bailey Crowell takes the loss. She goes to 1-1. And a game that took 1 hour and 45 minutes. And for TLU, they moved to 36-4 on the season. And for the loss for the Ozarks, they moved to 22-20. As we come back with our final game of the day, it will be the number 2 seed, the University of St. Thomas Celts, taking on the number 3, the Concordia Tornadoes, as we'll have that game live coming up next as you watch on the SCAC Network and Flow Sports. If you're leaving us, have a safe and pleasant Saturday afternoon and evening. We'll see you back here tomorrow if you're coming back for the winners, TLU, in the 3rd game of the day tomorrow. Otherwise, we'll see you back for St. Thomas and Concordia coming up at 6:30 Central Standard Time. Good afternoon, everybody. Have a safe and pleasant Saturday.